Now that you've read your text and you've annotated it so you understand the ideas, it's a good time to take your ideas and organize them using a graphic organizer. So I have here the article that I am using as an example, and I'm also pulling up the graphic organizer this is from your final draft book, and I'm going to use this to organize my ideas. I need to include the information about the source, and then I'm going to put the author's ideas. This is everything that's going to come from the text itself. None of my ideas go in there, and then my reaction to them. This is all my ideas, nothing from the text, but what do I think about it? So first thing, I need to put in here the source information. So this is the title of it, which is Go Offline for Okay. I've kind of run out of room there, but that's fine. I can go back and fix that later on. Okay, so then I need to put in here the author's ideas. So I'm going to find this probably from my thesis statement and my main ideas here. I'm not going to copy them directly, and I'm not even going to worry about if they're complete sentences right now. I'm going to try to summarize them, so put the author's ideas in my own words here. This will help me later on when I'm writing the summary. If I use any of the author's words, I'm going to include them in quotation marks so that I know later on that I'm including that there's somebody else's words in this. So there we go. Where'd it go? Come back. All right, hang on while I got that figured out. So I'm going to look over here. There's a growing movement that wants to take a break from electronics. Not the exception. Okay. So the author's idea is whoops. So I am taking this idea from the thesis statement. There's a growing movement that wants to make taking such a break from electronics the rule, not the rare exception. And then I'm summarizing over here, putting it in my own words. We should unplug from electronics. This shouldn't be just something we do for one day, but should be a lifestyle choice. Okay, so that's the first kind of idea. I'm going to go back through here and find what else I can put in. Okay, here I've taken some of the ideas from here, from over in the article, that this creates more awareness of how we interact with our devices, that we're dependent on them, that it can have an impact on our lives, especially relationships, and I summarized it over here. One of the reasons for unplugging is so that we realize how much and in what way we use electronics. We may be addicted to phones, and this can cause problems for families. Okay. The article, the author provides 3 suggestions. So I have put them here. In fact, this will help me if I number them 1, 2, 3. They didn't fit really well in here, but that's okay. Because if I was doing this on a piece of paper, I would probably just draw another line under there because I needed another line. So one idea is to use an alarm clock instead of a cell phone. The light from electronics can cause you not to sleep well. This is what I got from here. Replace the phone on your bedside table with an alarm clock. And then I've also restated the author's ideas from the article in my own words over here. Now I'm going to go back and jot down some of my reaction to these ideas. All right, now I've gone back and I've jotted down my ideas for this. So the author is suggesting that we unplug from electronics, and that this shouldn't be something we do just for one day, but should be a lifestyle choice. Over here, I'm adding my ideas that I agree, because most people can turn off their phone for a day or a few minutes, but that's really not going to fix the problem if it's something that's a problem every day and it needs to be addressed. Here, the author said one of the reasons is unplugging helps us to realize our dependency, how much we use electronics. The author also says that there's some research going on about the negative effects and that people might be addicted to phones, my words, not theirs, and that this can cause problems. This is one of the places where I don't exactly agree with the author, and this is a great thing to do, is to actually question what the author is saying, because I don't agree, because phones can be used as tools in relationships and conversations. Also, the author doesn't provide much proof or research here. If you're going to prove to me that phones and electronics are bad for relationships, you're going to have to include more information than maybe just one or two sentences that says there's research going on. I'm not convinced. And then it made me make a connection and think of a conversation I had with my great aunt, where I took out my cell phone and I was looking up some information, and she started saying about, oh, young people and how they're using their cell phones and they don't talk to people anymore. And I was kind of like, but I'm trying to find some information about the topic that we're talking about. And if I had gotten a book and looked at a book, she probably would have thought that was great. But I was using the cell phone in the same way that I would have used a book to look up information, and I think she was just thought because it was a cell phone it was a bad thing. And then here I put in my reaction, which I also put in, I thought of when I was annotating, so I just put it over here in this area. So this is a graphic organizer. It's a good way to organize the author's ideas. Remembering these are the author's ideas. If you use the author's words, make sure you put them in quotation marks so you know that. Otherwise, put the author's ideas in your words here. That will help you later on at writing a summary. And then put down your ideas. What is your reaction? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Does this make you think of a connection, an example from your own life, another article that you read, something else? Do you think there needs to be more information to support this point? So that's how you can use a graphic organizer to organize your information and your ideas about an article.